Welcome to a very special episode of everything I cooked for the staff in the Hamptons. That's right, as you can imagine, it takes quite a crew to keep this house looking as beautiful as it does year round, and everyone from the housekeeper to the gardeners and landscapers to the property manager work overtime. So about 4 summers ago, I decided that as a little appreciation for all of everyone's hard work, I would throw everyone a little taco party towards the end of the summer to say thank you. At the last job I had in San Francisco, I did this at the end of our busy Christmas season, and it really became one of my most cherished traditions. So it was only right that I carry it on here. Like, it is truly the least that I can do for all of the hard work that everybody puts into this place. All right, let's get into the food. I went with some delicious skirt steak for the carne asada. I know, maybe not traditional, but I love using it because the fat gets really nicely charred and it has really good flavor. I just marinated it in a little bit of beer, lime zest, lime juice, salt, some onion powder, garlic powder. Kept it pretty simple. For one of the salsas, I wanted to keep it smoky, less spicy, so I went with guajillo peppers that I toasted and then boiled. And then I blended those with some tomatillos, tomato, onion, and garlic that I had broiled till they were nicely charred. And then I made a nice bright green salsa out of avocado, raw tomatillo, onion, garlic, and my secret, you have to use a little bit of white vinegar in there. And then I am all about lots of options for the toppings for your taco, kind of a DIY build it yourself situation. So I did some white onion with a little bit of lemon and some oregano. Crumbled queso fresco is a must if you ask me. Plenty of fresh limes and radishes. And then I just got those all in 2 serving bowls ready to go. It was also a nice warm day, so I wanted to make a little jamaica. So I did some hibiscus leaves, a little bit of sugar, cinnamon, and some orange zest, and then I hit that with some hot water and let it steep for a little bit. In addition to the carne asada, I wanted to do a guisado of shrimp, so I prepped my onions, jalapeno, and tomato for that. I just took the shells off of the shrimp and then I cut them in half to keep them kind of chunky. And then I just let that cook down with the onion and tomato until they were perfectly cooked. The cilantro I got at the market was absolutely beautiful, so I thought, why not zhuzh up the table a little bit and make some little floral arrangements there. Set up the table and brought everything outside before I finished the jamaica. For that, I just sliced up some limes and lemons, and then I strained the jamaica tea into my container, and then I topped it off with a little bit more cold water and plenty of ice. And then it was time to get into full taquero mode. Rib and high heat for that skirt steak. You want nice char marks on it. And then I like to chop it up into nice fine bite-sized pieces and salt it heavily right before I serve it. Most people started with 1 carne asada and 1 shrimp taco, but pretty much everyone came back for a second taco. I mean, we did some serious damage. Anyway, I'm extremely grateful for this entire team and can't wait to do this all again next year.